time before we get to winners finals, which means we're in losers semis territory. This is for 5th place.
Yeah, we're gonna. Oh yeah, sorry, there you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I mean, we're gonna say the matchup, right? Which is gonna be ZeeBee against Kusi. Specifically, we're getting the versus the Ori. My understanding of this matchup is in the past, from what I have heard, all right, Kusi has struggles a bit in terms of remembering that Malo has a 3rd jump, has apparently been the difference maker in some of the earlier games. I don't know if that's what I've been hearing along the top player grapevine. So I don't know if they're just feeding me rude rumors or not. So I'm gonna preface by saying that.
Oh well, you know, Gommel was definitely a tournament. We could say that much. We could definitely say Gommel was a tournament that happened.
I mean, that being said, it's been months since Gommel, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. I think Kusi's probably more than adapted to Malo. I mean, we did see at Big House who went to Game 5. ZeeBee did have to pull out the reverse 3-0 in order to seal out the victory. But I think if we're going from like 3-0 to 3-2, we're definitely seeing like mental and knowledge improvements in the matchup. So we might see something different happen. We'll check it out. Game 1 going to be on Aether High, the alternate version for Tower of Heaven.
See this one too often, right? I guess because it's okay.
Yeah, you're gonna say like 10 seconds into the set, Kusi just carrying ZeeBee right off to the side. Yeah, I mean already 77%. We're not even that. Oh no. Yeah,
that's it. 8% only on Kusi.
Yeah, we're only like 30 seconds into this first game. I think Kusi might be thinking, alright, well, if I can't figure out the neutral, like, down pat, down to a science, then I'm just gonna punish as much as I can and make every hit count.
ZeeBee really tried to come back to stage with the baseball bat against Ori. Oh, another bash lines up!
Not gonna kill it yet, but still, the fact that, like, Kusi is just getting so many bashes already.
Just, having the confidence to consistently say, you keep holding in on my extension, so you're gonna keep eating these bashes until you decide to go to the blast zone yourself.
Exactly. And we just saw there, like, ZeeBee went for the downer on that parachute recovery, but Kusi had the wherewithal knowledge this time around to actually, like, pull the parasol down and then open it back up again so that there wasn't gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna get dare spiked and die here, like, 60. So and I mean, yeah, there. Okay, backer cleans up that stock, but right now 133%. Yeah, super chase deep into that blast zone.
Yeah, the correct DI needed to not fly out the blast zone, but then also not be in range for that next up air is absurdly precise, right?
Yeah.
Kusi being just consistently good at putting people in the most awful positions off stage.
Yeah. It's a lot to do with just him not being afraid to really go off stage and just threaten his opponent either. Like, he doesn't necessarily always need to press a button out there, but the fact that Ori's just suddenly full sending at you at like Mach 5 speed, you're like, do I want to hold in? Is he going to be able to up air me here? So you wind up holding out, and you're in a much more awkward spot.
I mean, we have ZeeBee bringing it down to last stock with an interesting up B confirm in center stage previous stock. I'm just a little bit caught off guard that came together for him.
We've been seeing him do that a little bit more with him trying to do these rising up Bs with a bomb in hand and then angling the bomb, because you can angle the bomb when you throw it down.
Yeah.
We've been seeing him try and use that a little bit more to try and like ride people up to the top like this.
Yeah,
clean up the game.
You see, sometimes, Akashi, the top players line up and become the demonstration for you. They don't always interrupt you, right?
Well, ZeeBee gets me. ZeeBee knows, like, I want to explain something. And he's like, all right, no, I got you. I'm going to do it. I'm doing the thing. I'm like, thank you, ZeeBee. He's like, no problem. You're welcome. You're welcome. He's shaking my hand right now.
I see this counter pick from Kusi, and, I mean, I would always kind of expect this if it wasn't banned. We're going to Rock Wall. As what I imagine must be like the immediate responsive. We're going to my favorite stage.
Exactly. Like, we're going where I want to be, which is a stage with a very, very small side blast zones, which means that my uppers are going to be even more deadly and more difficult to DI, and my reactions are just going to be all the better.
Yep. And all
like, some
of
of
this... Yeah.
There you go, on.
I was going to say all of this stage to play with, too, with Ori's incredible ground and horizontal speed, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's been full sending, like, a lot of his moves, too, so, like, he's just holding it, he's holding straight forward. Like, that's just the plan.
Oh, yeah, not actually catching that bash on that hold in by ZeeBee.
I was going to mention before, like, some of those bashes we saw in the second stock that Kusi got were only survived just because, like, there was enough blast leniency for ZeeBee to hold, get the good DI and still live, and buffer, like, air dodge and get out of those precarious scenarios.
Here on Rock Wall with much less blast zone to edge distance. That's going to be much harder for him to pull together. Assuming you just don't get popped by 2 up airs off the side instead. Yeah,
exactly. But like we mentioned before, like that's the benefit of Rock Wall. You can just chase really deep for those up airs, and you can get the necessary hit that you want to just kill out the side of, like, you know, in this case 140. But like realistically, like if you're getting your chases well, then you could probably take the stock at like 78. That's
Finish recovering the top platform.
That is a good reason actually. You point that out.
Yeah, like I actually really like doing that, especially as your response to the recovery, right? Like if you try to go that high, you need a responsive finisher, or you can try to get past me directly, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean that's good in the case of like Malo, because you can just get out of you can just cover that whole space, and I mean with that your options are just opened up so much more.
Ooh,
that almost caught us.
Yeah, I mean Kusi held onto that parasol just a little bit longer, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's like the difference maker. But there we go again, right there, catching it with the up B, and then just throwing the bomb straight down into him.
I kind of like that as an answer to like Ori's float, right? As like I'm just gonna intercept your legs if you're drifting towards the stage, and then I'll get the cherry bomb right afterwards. I didn't know that would cause the bomb to go through the platform.
Yeah, I just saw that. I was like, wait, that happens. Hang on a second. There's some Yomi stuff going on.
the bomb tech continues to be delivered.
Yeah.
Go on.
So there's a thing that Elsa tends to do at times with Cloud Bomb, where she will intentionally take a hit from an opponent to purposefully make her opponent get hit by the Cloud Bomb.
Right, to add like hit pause, right?
Yeah, basically to trap you in the Cloud Bomb and basically just say, all right, well, I mean that's your fault. You're the one who hit me here, huh? Why are you upset at me? You should have just not hit me. Like, you know, I'm wondering if ZeeBee might try and do something similar with the finisher bomb.
Oh,
at lower percents, like if you're ready to bash missing,
and then getting kicked right afterwards. ZeeBee gonna walk away with game 2. I am curious about the potential for that finisher bomb interaction. The question becomes though, like, if there's any kind of multi-hit that Ori does that doesn't have Ori being so mobile, right? So that you wouldn't be moving out of the way of the finisher or knocking it away, right? That's kind of the benefit of the Cloud Bomb by Absa, is that it's also intangible. So like, Absa jumps out in front of like someone's multi-hitting up B, and it's like, cool, like my Cloud Bomb's still going off, and we're gonna watch all of these hits tick down while you're in the range, right?
Yeah, I love using it on Clan. It's so funny.
That's our top tier privilege. You and
yeah. Respectfully, you know. I mean, she's at least 4th best.
She's pretty
up there. She's pretty up there. She's pretty alright. Anyway, game 3 gonna be Frozen Fortress, a much larger stage. I still got a really long stage length. Got the triplets inverted. They're also very long, pretty close to the ground too. Like Malo up tilt's gonna reach there. I think Ori up tilt might actually also reach onto that mid flat too.
I feel like it should, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna see like probably a good bit of platform play.
I know that this, I mean, at least as Crag, that this is a stage that ZeeBee's really comfortable on. Whoa! Oh,
yeah, not gonna kill it yet, but still catching these bashes and still not afraid to go for them. It does still show a lot.
Yeah, Kusi looking so comfortable with this platform movement, right? Being able to weave around his opponent in a tight circle and still get those whip punishes.
Exactly, yeah. ZeeBee just kind of playing in the corner, playing to the more defensive side just a little bit.
Doesn't get the ledge dash he was looking for, but doesn't need too big of a punish for it. And with these percents, I mean, Ori's kind of entering that danger zone again.
Yep, and I mean, we are seeing the cherry bombs come out, like you mentioned.
We're gonna get that interception, tries to put it together. Yeah, just barely getting out of the way. Kusi holding onto this stock for a little bit longer. Kusi respecting that bomb so much.
Yeah, because he knows, like, because he knows that if he gets hit by it, it's over. Like, that's the stock, and then ZeeBee's going to be able to play his much more defensive game. Because I mean, that kind of is like the benefit to Malo is that you can play in their face with really strong buttons and really aggressive, like, fast frame data, or you can play more defensively. And Ori can kind of respond to both, but generally prefers to be the one, like, responding to what Malo is doing as opposed to being the initiator.
Right, yeah.
Oh, direct hit.
Yeah, that's gonna get ZeeBee back into even stock percent, range. It's gonna have the opportunity now to just rack on a little bit of damage. Probably not gonna lead to anything too huge. Solid 34 though. And Kusi, what was Kusi expecting there?
I don't know. He was going for a read. Oh, just misses the bash too. That could have possibly been the stock at 77, which, again, pretty big for a character like Ori. ZeeBee's DI on a lot of these hits has been pretty strong so far. So a lot of the time we haven't really seen Kusi kill right away. Like, we saw a few bashes kill at relatively early percents, but for the most part he's been killing with up airs at like 100 or so.
Yeah. Like 140, I believe, even on this game. Kusi just in general has looked more and more comfortable maneuvering around the bombs too. Like, not even thinking about hitting them, right? Just like doing a short hop to get over a cherry bomb or something, right?
Yeah, and just there we saw that beautiful, like, double hit of the up air. Like, first hit, then waited a little bit before tagging him again with that second one, just to make sure the bomb goes off in his hand.
And that does become kind of the risk that Malo has for going pure zoning mode, right? Is if the opponent closes the distance, they get to reap the benefit of whatever bomb you're holding if the fuse goes out.
Yeah, exactly. And we're seeing that right now. Like, ZeeBee's like, alright, if I'm going to start pulling bombs, I'm just going to start raining them down on top of you. Having flashbacks a little bit, yeah.
With the hot potato, right?
Exactly, yeah. If you don't hit, the bombs won't affect me if you don't hit. And again, we're seeing, like, just... Oh, that was so cheeky. Oh, wait!
Oh, not quite. We're seeing the gears turning, though.
Yeah, on a stage like this, too, where, like, the blast zone, the upper blast zone is, like, deceptively short.
I was scared for Kusi there.
Yeah, like, we saw him traveling, like, all the way up to the top of that blast zone, and just like, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no.
A close shave on the ears. Ooh, tries to get a ledge dash.
Not confident in going for an up strong read, so it just goes for the up air.
I mean, we're at that 140% range, right? This is where just up air into up air has been a consistent closer for Kusi. You can just find that first up air, but so far Kusi keeps sneaking by. There we go. Sign explosion into the up air. So that's going to put Kusi up 2-1?
It's going to be, I believe it's 2-1 in favor of ZeeBee right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because ZeeBee clutched out the first game with the ride up to the top with the bomb.
That's right.
So this will be potentially the two counter picks from ZeeBee should it go to game 5.
All right, so we get the first counter pick then being Troupple Pond. Lots and lots of platforms to play around with here, especially considering what we've been getting a taste of, especially at the very end of that Frozen Fortress game. I'm very interested to see if ZeeBee has any specific tricks in mind here.
I'm a little curious as well. The overhang platforms are definitely good for both characters in terms of their recoveries, and also in terms of, like, Ori's edge guarding. It just gives him more room to just kind of do what he wants to do. Oh, we are seeing a ton of bashes coming out now. Not even on ZeeBee, just on the bombs to just deal with them. It's like, I'm tired of these bombs. Yeah. Just return to center.
To a certain extent, I kind of just like the concept of just hitting them back more than bashing necessarily, because with bashing, if you're sending the bomb right back at the opponent, that means you're also giving up stage to capitalize off the bomb, too.
This is true, yeah.
So, we'll see how it pans out, if it pans out.
Boy.
Yeah, the first stock already going to be, ZeeBee's only at 48%.
Yeah, and again, like, we're seeing ZeeBee play in the air, play to a more, like, I'm gonna rain down bombs on top of you because you don't have a really strong way of dealing with me while I'm up here raining down bombs with you. Like, you don't have, like, a full-screen projectile like Cloud. You can't, like, run at me and rush me down that high. And you can see, I think it's starting to get to Kusi a little bit.
Yeah, because, like, Ori has fantastic horizontal speed, but, like, an opponent who's at that diagonal always struck me as a lot more awkward for Ori to get to. And that's exactly where ZeeBee is parking himself, right? Just in the corner of the stage, raining bombs down. Woo! And that's gonna be the second one. Clean forward air.
Oh, yeah, but okay. Gets the sign charge into the forward strong, off to the right side.
It looked like a team up with the firecracker too. Like,
yeah, you saw like the last one like just fizzling out as ZeeBee goes away. Like, no. Maybe ZeeBee was trying to use the firecracker to somehow save him.
Maybe ZeeBee was just pulling a firecracker.
Oh, like that'd be funny. Oh my goodness! But as we say that right now, like this is Kusi's potential tournament stock.
This is. Oh my God, you're actually right. Like this is really serious and already at 65%. Two whole stock. Like
75. It's just climbing. Oh, you saw the back.
Because like the thing is, I fully believe that Kusi has the capacity, especially to like line up one bash and take an early stock that way. But there's still the matter of the second stock right afterwards.
And right now, this is just turning. This is there it is, right up with me to the heavens. ZeeBee closing it out with a 3-1 finish over Kusi, moving on into losers semis.
That up B was a really solid read too, specifically, right? Because it was to catch fast falling out of Parasol, right? If Kusi just leisurely floated down, none of that really would have connected. At worst, it would have been the bomb being tossed at the very end.